Hello, and welcome to Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Pleasure Ridge Park High School correspondent Abby Anderson. This November, we follow along as students investigate a crime scene. We get a first-hand look at an award-winning garden, and we get to see how students got personal instruction from an international guitar star. We'll also have stories from our 5-star student correspondents.
I bet you didn't know that 300 students out of 100,000 choose what we eat every single day.
Ballard students are rolling up their sleeves to help save lives. I'm Ballard correspondent Laurel Deppen, and I'll have the story.
Many JCPS students hit a home run with their impressive films here at the Louisville International Film Festival.
Students at Waggener High School's Health and Environment program are using their class time to investigate a death, crime scene investigation style.
So Anna was face down on the floor. She had vomit next to her, spilled orange juice, pill of unknown substance, a syringe, a muddy shoe print. We are at Waggener High School. Today we were focusing on our Principles of Biomedical Science class. They've been following Anna Garcia.
Anna Garcia was like the girl who was found dead on her house.
Trying to analyze and see if Anna Garcia had been killed or see if she had killed herself.
Anna Garcia is a fictitious character that the students found in the first week of this class, and we spend all year researching her manner of death.
I think she got killed.
Now we have to be thinking about Anna Garcia and what was left at the crime scene that we can extract DNA from. As a teacher, I have control that she will die one of 6 ways. And so right now we're doing the forensic science.
We're learning how to get DNA by itself and analyze it, and we're trying to do that with Anna Garcia's crime scene so we can find out who was there, or if it was just her blood by herself, or if someone was with her to analyze.
We're going to transition into the medical science. So they will begin looking at autopsies, researching diabetes, sickle cell disease, heart disease. Of course, with the unknown substances in the syringe, they were all thinking drugs. And so one of the first labs that we did, we ruled out drugs. It was aspirin found at the crime scene. And so all year long, they are making theories and reevaluating their old theories.
I think it was by herself from what we know so far. The shoe print was hers, and it looks like from the blood dropping, we did a blood drop investigation. It looked like a height from where she was bending down to where she hit her head. So I think she just fell and was on some medication.
Today they were extracting DNA from the strawberries and getting a visual of what the DNA physically looks like.
And we extracted the strawberry DNA. And this is all the, extra stuff.
So when we measure, how do we measure? Do we hold it up at our eye? They're getting that real world piece of how it's really used in the world, and then they can see the importance of it. Hopefully tonight they're thinking, well, we saw that DNA, well, what would they do with it? What would a scientist do with it? So they will do something called gel electrophoresis, and they will take the DNA found at the crime scene and match it to Anna Garcia.
My career for my myself is for being be a doctor. So I want to train for my future.
Everybody knows about nurses and doctors, but they don't know about medical researchers or microbiologists or chemical engineers.
I want to be in the medical field when I grow up, and I think this would help further me on that path.
And this is hands-on learning, and so being in this class, you can kind of get a head start.
I want to do it hands-on so I can experience it better rather than reading, because for me reading is not the best for me. I need an actual thing to do it so I can remember it.
The hands-on portion is really important to the kids, and that's how they learn the best. I'm a nurse and I'm in the career pathways, and this is why I'm teaching. I love this pathway. They excite me. To see the excitement that they get, that's exciting for me. Once kids hear and see what the other children are doing, they want in this class.
Kentucky's First Lady, Jane Bashir, declared the garden at Euspiritus Bellewood to be one of the best in the state. Students use the space to enhance lesson plans and study biology.
Are you ready? Okay. I say that now Bellewood has a Commonwealth garden, so I need you all to count with me. Let's count to 3.
We're in Bellewood Garden.
Together.
Commonwealth Garden.
1, 2, 3.
What we're doing today is we were showing these governor's wife
around the garden. We was talking about pumpkins, we was talking about plants.
What do plants do when we hang them around and we have them all around us?
They grow.
They grow.
We're attempting to get the kids outside more often. We knew that we wanted to expand our horticulture program, and we also needed to overcome the obstacle of taking them out of class for more than an hour at a time. So we just brought the classroom outside.
And there's a butterfly.
The reason why I was excited is because I got to meet the governor's wife.
You know, it's healthy. These children get outside, they get to breathe the fresh air, they get to be a part of understanding how food grows or how flowers grow, and then hopefully that encourages them to then consume it and become healthier.
We're going to show you the
Enthusiasm was through the roof, but it typically is with this age group anyhow. They get excited, but every single one of them is eager. So does anybody remember what the next step was? What did we do when we got this part?
And like we put it together, but we had to keep out for the roots.
That's right. We've made an attempt on every level, and we even have plans to try and get them to do some cooking. Spiritus has made a kitchen upstairs available to us, and we have had a couple of experiments in the kitchen already.
For children to be using a garden like this, it's a perfect way to engage them in education that's fun, exciting, and they're learning. They don't always realize they're learning, but when they're planting things, they're using math skills and communication skills.
We're trying to tie in math, science, social studies, as well as English and arts.
That's very important because we plant vegetables and people always need vegetables to stay alive. How important it is to us is like we built it during we were building it during the winter time. We were getting it ready. We were like doing it like a pizza because we have like it's like into parts of like what we have like pizza.
Isn't it fun to get your hands in the dirt?
Yes.
It really is exciting to see that these children are learning life lessons at young ages that will carry forward with them for the rest of their lives. They were showing me about planting. You know, we were taking cuttings off of a plant and we were doing our own plant, which is now mine, that I'll be taking back, and it will always remind me of my day here at Bellewood and these children and their excitement.
I think it's important that they know that they are also part of the community. And the First Lady's visit, she is such a wonderful speaker, and she loves kids so much. She was the perfect person to communicate that to them.
Insects and plants and how they grow.
The aviation program with the Academy at Shawnee allows students to take to the skies. Correspondent Dana Turner hops on board to bring us the story.
Students at Shawnee High School are taking learning to new heights with their aerospace and aviation program.
The program is the only one of its kind in the nation where a high school student can graduate with a private pilot's license in addition to their high school diploma, all at no cost to the student.
Shawnee High School's Aerospace and Aviation Program Coordinator Will Vandermeer discusses how students can work to earn their private pilot's license.
Well, we are the aerospace magnet for Jefferson County Public Schools. We're 6th through 12th grade, and we take those science, technology, engineering, and math classes that industry is so interested in our students having, and we put them in the context of a career path, which is aerospace. For the students that are in the aviation program that are wanting to be pilots, we actually pay for up to 42 hours of flying time, which is enough time if they work very hard and are very diligent for them to earn their private pilot's license.
To introduce flight, all 9th grade students take a course on a flight simulator. This is the same software that pilots use to recertify their licenses.
Shawnee High School 10th grader Noah Ingwajado tells us more about what he does every day in aviation class.
We sit down, we log on to Air and Space, and we start we will read over the ground school stuff, and we will usually either start a simulator or we will read something and we'll have to either type a page on it and what we learned and how we can use it in the airplane. We will it's always either a simulator or just one of those.
Students that show interest and ability can stay with flight in their 10th grade year, studying the history and principles of aviation while continuing to hone their simulator skills.
Chief Flight Instructor Stephen Kang tells us more about how he prepares his students for flight.
Well, everything we do is pretty much hands-on. There is academic work, of course. However, we try to do hands-ons with everything, whether it is flight simulators or actually go to the airport and fly the aircraft. And we've now started into a new program where we're doing a lot of online training as well.
Once the 11th grade begins, so does flight school. In flight, the curriculum follows the regimen of the Federal Aviation Administration Certified Part 141 Flight School. Part 141 is the most rigorous certification available for a private pilot's license program. The curriculum is governed by the FAA, taught by pilots, and leads students through a rigorous 2-year process to earn a pilot's license. With programs like these, the sky's the limit for JCPS students. And for our kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Dana Turner.
We have a lot more stories about our kids coming up. Stay with us.
Mark your calendar. The JCPS Elementary Showcase of Schools is just around the corner. Saturday, November 14th at the Kentucky International Convention Center. Learn about option and magnet programs, plus information about the online registration process. Saturday, November 14th from 10 to 3, the JCPS Showcase of Schools. To learn more, call 485-6250 or log on to jcpsky.net.
Do you need help providing school clothes for your child? The 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program can help provide uniforms and other clothing. Make an appointment with the Family Youth Resource Center at your child's school. Donations of new and gently used uniforms and clothing are also accepted. Call 485-7062 or 485-7450 for more information.
Welcome back. You're watching Our Kids, sponsored by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm PRP correspondent Abby Anderson. The Guitar Foundation of America International Concert Artist Competition is the most coveted accolade in the classical guitar world. This year's winner held a masterclass at YPAS where students got one-on-one instruction and a private concert.
Ekachai is one of the best guitarists in the world.
We are at Youth Performing Arts School, and we have Ekachai Jericho. He's an international classical guitar artist, and we're so thrilled to have him here to work with our guitar students today.
Yeah, just the pieces that he did were incredible, and just the movements of his hands were phenomenal.
The students get to see the level of performance and get to hear what that really sounds like, get to see what it looks like. It gives them something to aspire toward.
It's just this unique chance to kind of pick the brain of a master.
It was nerve-wracking. Being first right after him was pretty scary.
The sound is more protect because I have the nail.
I mean, it was good. It helped me think of stuff to help me improve later on. I got to work on my posture a little bit and also just work on more power with my music and getting it kind of like out loud.
For me, when I practice this, I would prefer to play PIM, and then I can use my A finger.
If you can play a musical instrument well, I think you can tackle lots of different skills well. You know how to break down something. So I think watching an expert breaking down a skill to its simplest component, that could be a tennis swing, or it could be so many different things. It doesn't have to be guitar.
I played a piece called Capriccio by Fernando Carulli. He is an Italian composer, and it definitely dealt with a lot of different positions, and it was quite a long piece.
So your hand can move around the neck easily.
Well, he gave some wonderful critique of how I can improve myself, and just really let me explore my potential, considering he and I started playing guitar at the same age, and if I continue practicing, how good I could be.
I hope when they leave, if they have just one thought, it's that it's possible. It's possible. Being the best at whatever they do takes a lot of work. This is a guy that spends 6 hours every day at his craft. So I hope they see what it takes to be at a high level and that it's possible.
Well, it's wonderful for one of the world's greatest guitarists to, first of all, be here at such an amazing school, and given the opportunity not many kids have. I'm very fortunate to be able to work with him, and he definitely has made me improve based off the advice, and I'll definitely go home and practice.
Students at Wilt Elementary are helping choose the lunch menu for the entire JCPS district. Their taste testers are relishing the opportunity to see if potential dishes make the grade. Leah Wright brings us the story.
Student Nutrition Advisory Councils, SNAC, SNAC for short, are our taste testing groups. So we have approximately 25 to 30 schools with 10 kids at each school that taste test various items. And then they give us their opinion, and we decide whether we are going to take it and put it on the menu, take it off the menu if it's something currently that we are taste testing again to see why it's not going well, or put something new on the menu.
Well, what you're going to be seeing is our snack team, which is our student nutrition group. And what they have been doing for about the past 4 years is sampling some of the food items that Jefferson County is thinking about having on their menus for either breakfast or for lunch.
Okay, we got a lot of mediums. How could he make it a thumbs up? What would they have to do different?
Just the aftertaste.
Yeah. There's an aftertaste?
There's an after. What kind of aftertaste? Is it the bread or is it the
cheese or the meat? The cheese? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's where I wish we had a comment section.
Students are very important in the decision making because they're the ones that eat the food, they're the ones that are the consumers. So we want to make sure that the students are happy with the products that they're eating.
I feel special knowing that I'm choosing the meals of all the students at JCPS. I just like tasting different foods.
So we usually get together about 4 times a year, and they send us these samples, and then I have a selected group of students from 3rd through 5th who are brave and willing to try these items and also give their honest opinion. So the students are very excited to have some electronics to go along with this, because in the past it has been paper and pencil.
It's easier than writing down what we liked about it.
Which item was your favorite? Where's the stromboli?
Correspondent Cassandra Hernandez shows off the glitz and glamour of the 5th Annual Kentucky Youth Film Festival.
Every year here at the Louisville Slugger Museum and Factory, a number of JCPS students participate in the Louisville International Youth Festival of Film, where the films are played in front of an audience and awarded for their excellence. There were 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners for several categories, including the poster contest, Matt Berman's bullying category, animations and silent films, short films, public service announcements, and documentaries. Ugana Okori and Sierra McKinnon won 1st place with their Women Empowering Silent Film, Women Are.
I'm really glad that the judges enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that the audience enjoyed our video too. I feel as if it really sends out a message to all women how we're all empowerful.
3rd place winner Rebecca Cloeter is very grateful to have been a finalist in the competition.
I think it's a really big honor because it's getting more and more prestigious every year. So being able to say that I was a finalist is really, really good.
Nationally known writer and director Matthew Berman gives young filmmakers advice about making it in the big leagues.
If you're going in it because you want to be famous, turn around and go home right now. Do it because you love it.
Actor, writer, and producer Kelly Perrine describes the importance of communication through film and the passion it takes to be a filmmaker.
I think it's important for young people to communicate through film, through visual media, because the tales we can tell now visually are so stunning.
The Louisville International Youth Film Festival allows students to express themselves through film and grow as filmmakers. For our kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Cassandra Hernandez.
We have more great stories about JCPS students. Stay tuned.
Mark your calendar. The JCPS Elementary Showcase of Schools is just around the corner. Saturday, November 14th at the Kentucky International Convention Center. Learn about option and magnet programs, plus information about the online registration process. Saturday, November 14th from 10 to 3, the JCPS Showcase of Schools. To learn more, call 485-6250 or log on to jcpsky.net.
The portal is your online link for information about your child's grades, test scores, attendance, career choices, and much, much more. It's a fast and easy way to stay on top of what your child is doing in school. If your child's teacher has set up a virtual classroom, you can log on to JCPS Online and access grades for class assignments or communicate directly with teachers. The Parent Portal offers a convenient way you can stay involved in your child's education.
Welcome back. You're watching Our Kids, sponsored by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm PRP correspondent Abby Anderson. Barret Middle School hosted a Kentucky Kids Day on campus to give students a chance to compete and learn about exercise and healthy eating.
We are at Barret Traditional Middle School, and it's kind of like field day.
And we're all doing exercises. We have a Kentucky Kids Day where we exercise and let us get our fun in.
We're in the gym doing PE activities. We're running a mile. We're doing all these fun activities.
It's like a small field day.
This is our health fair / Kentucky Kids Day event for our middle school kids. We do it once a year, and this is our 3rd year of completing it.
We're all in, # all in, that's our slogan for the year, so we're just working together doing exercise.
Number 29, 22. This is a sit and reach test. A sit and reach test measures hamstring flexibility. Hamstring flexibility is a determining factor in lower back health.
We give the kids fitness testing, run their mile. We do some relays to make it fun, enjoyable, some group activities.
It helps me because you want to have a healthy time at school, because at school you're usually sitting down doing tests and homework and just work the whole day, and it's good to get out and do some physical activity with your body instead of sitting down in a classroom all day.
Everybody say touch the wall.
They get to see what they're supposed to be able to do fitness-wise, and then just have fun while they do it as well. Hopefully create some goals long-term.
I think that's why they do this, so we can like get active and do exercises with the whole school and like interact with our classes.
Elementary school through middle school is the time that people in general, not just athletes, acquire skills at the highest rate they'll ever be able to in their entire life. It's much easier to learn skills and develop proper habits as an elementary or middle school kid than it is as a high schooler down the line.
Without a little bit of motivation, exposure to different activities, a lot of the kids tend to stay doing the things that they always do or not do. So it's always great to get them out, moving around, elevating that heart rate.
My favorite would probably be running the mile, because I really like to run.
The push-ups and the sit-ups, because I love doing those kind of things. Because they usually think girls can't do as many push-ups and sit-ups as guys can do. My favorite event is running the mile because we get ice, we get a popsicle, and it let me get my energy out.
I like running, that's my favorite.
Kids want to have fun, but when they're in the classes, they can't.
I love doing this, so anytime that I get to show the kids how they can have fun and let them have fun during a school day, I absolutely love it.
Ballard students took time out of their busy schedules to donate blood to the American Red Cross. Correspondent Laurel Deppen explains how this blood drive saves lives.
It was a busy morning for Ballard High School students. Their biannual blood drive encourages students to donate to help save lives.
What I know about the American Red Cross is that they use people's blood for people who need blood transfusions and people who have sickle cell disease. I would say to my friends about donating blood is that they should do it because it's not as bad as it seems, and it's really helpful for other people.
Students do not only help by donating blood, but by organizing the drive itself. They raise awareness by passing out flyers and promoting it to their peers. Their responsibilities do not end there, however, as Ballard Jr. Bailey explains.
Well, I have helped sign people in, walk them over to the station where they give blood, and then once they're done, I made sure that they look okay, they feel okay. I give them food and offer them drinks when they sit down and just make sure that the overall experience is very positive.
The Red Cross relies on schools for a large portion of their supply.
We get 30% of our total blood supply from schools, so we are very grateful for Ballard. They are the #1 school for blood drives in the Jefferson County area. We do 2 blood drives a year, and we will collect almost 300 units of blood, and that is phenomenal. We don't have enough Ballard High Schools. I wish we had more.
Ballard High School donated a total of 131 units of blood, which is predicted to save up to 375 lives. Ballard will host another blood drive this spring. I'm Ballard correspondent Laurel Deppen for Our Kids.
In Our Kids news, the Jefferson County Board of Education has started their mobile meetings, with the first one taking place at Westport Middle School. Students from the 3rd District showed off their many talents.
Good evening. I call the October 12th, 2015 meeting of the Jefferson County Board of Education to order. I want to welcome everyone to Westport Middle School.
This evening, we have the privilege of introducing to you students who will demonstrate through student demonstrations of learning.
We are building robots to compete in the VEX IQ Bank Shot Challenge to design a robot that can move across the playing field and complete different maneuvers to earn points.
Global Scholars Program is for the top 5% of our students in each grade level. You have to have a high GPA, strong test scores, and be a good student.
50 nifty United States from 13 original colonies. 50 nifty stars in the flag that billows so beautifully in the breeze.
High School of Business is modeled off of the College Business Administration program. Students will take approximately 1 course per semester, beginning with an introduction to business. Anywhere I would follow you.
Thanks for watching our show. We hope you enjoyed it. You can find full episodes of Our Kids on the JCPS YouTube channel. Joining me is the crew from PRP High School who helped put this show together. Until next time, keep supporting Our Kids.
Woo!